Hey y'all. Sorry I didn't do a video Tuesday. We kind of got tied up with some stuff. But I've got a docu-series that you may or may not want to check out. It's a little intense. It's got 4 episodes. It's on Netflix. You can watch it with or without your audio description. And it is called Keep Sweet, Pray, and Obey. And that title took me so long to keep in my head. I don't know why. It wasn't clicking. But I finally got it. And this is like a true crime, like docu-series thing. And I found it interesting. It was, like I said, it was pretty intense. Like, ooh. But it's about the Mormons and all that. And they're called the FLDS, which stands for Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I hope I said that right, because that is so long. So, to shorten it up, it's FLDS. And I'm pretty sure they just call themselves Fundamentalist. But it was it was different. It was very different. But it starts out with the prophet. His name was Roland. He was like 85 years old. And it kind of starts out pretty much with him, like he will shake a woman's hand, and if he squeezes her hand like 3 times, then that lets the woman know that she's fixing to marry the prophet. And okay, I told you, he's 85. This girl was 19 years old. And I was like, ew. That's a big age gap, y'all. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. That's just nasty. And I couldn't even imagine what that poor little 19-year-old girl was going through her head. I feel like she was, like, excited because the prophet chose her. But she was, like, wife number 23. And, men, please tell me why you want this many wives. I think one's enough. But I don't know. I'm not a man, so I don't know. Maybe, but you know, they are brought up in this religion, and this is all they know. So women, they know that they're going to grow up and marry and have a bunch of kids. And Lord, did these women have kids? I mean, one woman on there, she had like 13. Another had 9, and like one man had 2 wives. And it totaled up to like, I think it was like 23 kids between the 2 wives. And I was just like, oh my Lord. And I don't see how they fit all those children in one house. Like, I don't know if they got like mansions or tents out in back, or I don't understand it. But, whew, I would not want to be in that house. But what was interesting to me is Roland, you know, the prophet. He was getting old, of course. You know, he was 85 years old. And he ended up having a stroke. Well, when he had a stroke, his brother, Warren, kind of like, was like, I'm not going to say weasel, but he was like working his way in to like, kind of like take care of his brother and everything like that. And once he died, then Warren slowly, he didn't say it right away, but then he became the prophet. And I was like, okay, what's going on? So this is in like Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay, and Warren is like talking and all this stuff, and he's like, yes, I'm the prophet, I am Roland and all this mess. And I was just like, okay, my brain's getting really confused right now. And he's the one that started the underage marriages. Like, he was marrying off 14-year-old little girls to like 40, 50-year-old men. And the thing about like the FLDS, like they go to school and all this stuff, but like stuff about like space and the reproductive system and all that stuff is literally cut out of their school books. So these little girls, when they get married, they don't know how you make a baby. One of them in the interview actually said she thought to make a baby all you did was kiss. And I was like, whoo, yeah, y'all ain't been educated. Because it's more than that. But it was I thought it was interesting. For some reason, I think different religions, like, and kind of hear, like, tapes and stuff of, like, what they believe and everything. I find it really interesting. But I don't agree with all of, like, different religions. You know, I've got my own religion, and I'm respectful of other people's religions and all that. So I'm not bashing the Mormons or nothing like that. I just thought it was just mind-blowing to allow a little girl to marry a grown man like that and not even having a choice of the matter. It was just, I am going to warn you, I do know some people that have tried to watch this docuseries and they couldn't finish it. And the last episode, the fourth one, it got me, like, it about made me sick to my stomach. But it was very different to hear about all that. Because, like, in 2002, you know, Warren was telling people that if the Olympics ever come to Salt Lake City, the world would be over. So, what happened? The Olympics came to Salt Lake City. So, they hightailed it to a little place called Short Creek. It's like on the border of Utah and Arizona. So, you got 2,000 people migrating down there. And it's like, I think it's like a pretty small little town. And they all go there. But you still got some people in Utah after the whole Olympics thing. But, I mean, the world didn't blow up. And then he decided to buy a ranch in El Dorado, Texas. And I was like, he's stupid. Why are you going to go to Texas? And he messed himself up. I mean, it was like a ranch where he would take like young kids there and they would grow up there and all this. And he would actually like, because where men were marrying multiple women, there was too many young boys. So he just like told them to leave the church, and they were actually called the Lost Boys. They were like homeless, just trying to survive. I mean, just young, like 14 and up, I believe is what it said. And that was actually really sad to be in your religion and that's all you know. And they're like, you gotta go. We have too many boys. It was a lot to the little docuseries, even though it was only 4 episodes. But if you can stomach it, it is called Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey, and it's on Netflix. I don't know. You might like it, you might not. I found it really educational to the Mormon religion. It was a lot of stuff I didn't understand about levels of heaven, and the more vibes you get, the higher up you get in heaven, and I was like, whoa. But check it out if you want to, and let me know what you thought of it. And we will see you next week with another video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Don't be blindsided, and have a good weekend.